G'day guys, hope you're awesome. I just want to have a really quick chat about time management and this whole idea that we can manage time, because we really can't. The only thing you can manage is yourself. Now, it's not like we can save time either. You know, put that in the pocket until Monday and I need an extra hour, whip it out and off I go. It really is about how you manage yourself and how you use time. Excuse me, I'm a big believer of I don't have time is the adult equivalent to the dog ate my homework. Own it. It wasn't a priority, because at the end of the day, if it's a priority and it's something that you want to do and that you prioritize, you will always find the time for it. So just own it. And it's really empowering to say, actually, no, that wasn't a priority for me right now. Yeah, I had the time. We've all got the same 24 hours. We've all got the exact same time. It's how we use it and how we allocate it and how we manage ourselves to get the best result. So just a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about, not just around running, but your whole life. And of course, it then comes back down to your fitness or your training programs or your running or whatever it happens to be. So, you know, these are life things. These aren't necessarily related to running or training or anything like that. Something really good to be aware of is the quadrats. So there's a few different ones that you'll see around, but the one I'm going to show is nice and easy to see. So when you're planning your world, these are a really good thing to remember. So we've got quadrat 1, which is urgent. This is the sort of stuff that you can't plan, okay? This also means that you're going to be stressed and you're not going to want to have anything to do with anyone because you're losing your mind, because it's putting fires out. It's deadlines that you've let go. It's last minute preparation. It's crisis. It's all those things that you actually can't plan for, okay? This is not where you want to spend your time and not where you want to hang out. Quadrant 2 is it's important, but it's not urgent. Okay, so the problem with this one is this is a great place to be, but if you make it urgent, it's going to flip here really quickly. So something that you've had plenty of time on, you've had the deadlines, no dramas, you've just kept brushing it aside, it now becomes here and you're stressed and you're losing your mind. So quadrant 2 is a great place to hang out. You're going to achieve your goals, you're going to get things ticked off, and it's going to be, your mind's going to be in a better place because you don't have that pressure on. So relationship building, values, bonding, playing with the kids, preparation and planning, exercise, your training, the whole lot, that sits here. Okay, so it's really important to you, but it's not urgent. It's not right this second, it has to be done right now. Okay. Then we've got quadrat 3, which is not important, but it's urgent, okay? This is the one with it interrupts your productivity, okay? So it may be an urgent phone call that you have to take. It appears to be important, but it's not actually. So a lot of the stuff here is somebody else's urgent, not really yours, and you just get dragged into it. Meetings, unscheduled, interruptions. As I say, it's not a good place either because you actually don't achieve anything. This one is not important and not urgent. Now, it can be also seen as a waste of time because you're not actually achieving anything. This is a good place to hang out when it's planned. All right. So this one is, you know, sitting there watching a TV show. It's organising your spare room, going through your running gear, checking Facebook, emails, that kind of stuff. So it's a really relaxing place to be. Not always productive and not always ticking a box or getting something achieved. And it's a place that you want to plan to be because you can waste a lot of time here and it can get away and you go, oh my gosh, there goes an hour and a half and I still haven't done what I'm meant to have done here. All right, so if I'm spending too much time in my quadrant 4, faffing about, not really planning anything, what was sitting in quadrant 2 that wasn't urgent but was important and needed to be done is now flipped to quadrant 1, and I'm losing my mind because it's due in 5 minutes and I don't even know where to start. So be really mindful of the quadrats. And also, it's not urgent to you, but it's urgent to someone else. Sit down and actually think, is it urgent? Is it my monkey? Is it something that I should be taking on board and be having a problem with? So a really good thing is to get your quadrant sheets and plan. So whatever they are for you. So your quadrant 4, as I say, that's your time waster. Or your downtime is probably a better way of putting it, and plan your time there. So a really good way of scheduling your time is a weekly planner. Something really, really simple. All right. So what it happens to be is an actual block out your times. All right. So you would have heard things like big rocks, the saying about big rocks. And the idea behind big rocks are those things that you can't move and that are really, really important to you. And it's really good to sit down as a family or as a team and discuss those big rocks, maybe on a Sunday night around dinner, and say, okay, for me this week, really important, I need to go and catch up with mum for dinner, or I need to get my long run done, or I need an extra hour at the office because I've got to get this meeting done, or, whatever your big rock is, whatever it is that's important that has to be done for you, to talk about that around the table and to tell the family, or even, having a bath. I know this sounds really silly. It's really important for me this week, guys, on a Thursday night that I get in the bath at between 8 and 9 o'clock. I'm out. Don't rely on me. Don't ask anything of me. I need to close the door. I need some downtime. I need to soak. That way, the whole family knows it's important to you and you've scheduled that time as a family. Don't just say sometime this week. Actually lock in a time. Okay, so make sure you put it into that quadrat 2. It's important to you. It's not urgent, but it's important. And it needs to get locked in there. All right? And that could be your long run. It's important to you. It's not going to be the end of the world if it doesn't happen, but it's really, really important. And you scheduling the time for that and letting everybody else know that that time is locked away for you to do whatever you want. And then whatever else their important is. Sit around with the kids and ask them, okay, so what's your big rocks? What is it that you want to do this week? And let's allocate some time to it so everybody knows what's going on. And as I say, don't just say at this time or whatever it happens to be. Actually lock in some time and put it down. A really good way to do this with the kids, or even with you outside of your work hours if you've got a lot to achieve, is actually put your time to it. So schedule it. We've got 4 to 4:30, so half an hour blocks, all right? And actually put in there and colour code it. Yellow is work related, red is fitness, blue is family, however you want it. And then bedtime, schedule it. At this time, that's it, I'm out, I'm done, I'm going to bed. Whatever doesn't get done will get done tomorrow, okay? So make sure you schedule those times, and it's really important because it'll get done and everybody knows what's going on. Now, the other thing is, when you're looking at time, is that your brain can't actually remember everything. So if I'm sitting there and I'm going, right, I need to do this, 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 and this is really important, I've got to put this in, make yourself a list. Now, making a list just so you can tick it off isn't going to actually help or achieve anything. What you want to do is write the list. It doesn't need to be in order of importance, but actually write a list of all the things that you need to do or all of the things that you need to achieve, okay? Pick 3 that are your priority and put them in order. So 1, 2, and 3, okay? In, say, red. Your next 3 in blue. 1, 2, 3, and so on, okay? So today you have to get those top 3 achieved. If you get stuck on those 3 for some reason, or there's something out of your control, you've got another 3 to go to. If you get through that, you've got another 3. If I've got a list of 25, 30 things, my mind goes, we're never going to get that done. How am I going to start? Why should I even bother? So write your list 100%. 3, just use a highlighter or any different coloured pen. Your top 3, put a line under it. Your next 3, and then your next 3. Because your brain won't be able to achieve any more anyways. It'll be asking too much of it, and you won't actually achieve anything because you'll be all over the place and flustered. When you get it done, cross it off. And then for tomorrow's list, whatever's in your top red and blue that you didn't achieve, move it over. If you've achieved them, put your next lot, because it's going to change day to day depending on what's happening in your world anyway. All right. So really important, sit down and talk about those big rocks. And you would have seen, the sand and the pebbles and the big rocks. If we're filling our day with quadrant 4, which is our sand, it's a filler. If we're filling our day with sand in quadrant 4, quadrant 2 is our pebbles. Quadrant 3 is our pebbles. We're getting a couple in. Our big rocks is our quadrant 2, and we're not getting anything in. We're not actually achieving any of the big stuff and the stuff that's important to us and the stuff that we need to get done. If we quadrant 2, get it all ticked off. It's important to us, but it's not urgent. Get it all done. Some pebbles as the fillers. What else does anybody else need from me? What else do I need to do? And then that sand in that quadrant 4, it's all relevant and it's all relative, and it should be there because it's at your downtime. but don't fill your jar or your day with sand, because it's going to be wasted and you're going to get to the end of the day and go, well, I didn't get anything done that I need to. Now all my quadrant 2's over to quadrant 1. It's urgent. I'm stressed. I don't know where to start. I've got dance recitals and I've got soccer to go to and football and I've got to go out for dinner and blah, 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 blah. And now I'm stressed and I'm losing my mind. Be mindful of where you're spending your time and those quadrants, and it'll really make a big difference to you. And have that conversation around the table about the big rocks, because everybody has them. And if you're all open and upfront and honest, then you can actually schedule it and get it done. Good luck with it, guys. Let us know how you go.